Hello guys. This is day 4 of the Gratitude 2021 challenge by Jen, Science of Soul, Tarot and Transformation. And it's been a while. This is a little late of a post, but as I said in the first video or first day 1 of the challenge, you can never be late for gratitude. So here I am back on it. And the card I have for today is awareness. So I've been getting major arcanas for the past 3 days. Day 2 was, I believe, the breakthrough card. The third day was existence. Or those are vice versa. But anyways, though, we have awareness today, and I just want to take a look and show you guys this card and see what we pick up on. So there's obviously some sort of veil, some sort of cloth. It reminds me a lot of the curtain behind the High Priestess card in the traditional RWS. And we see this shadow figure of a man. And we also see the slit within the curtain and these blue flames burning this away. And then there's this what looks like to be a young boy, a young child there. And the first thing I noticed about this card was the blue flames and the blue boy. And just the color blue. Blue to me resonates with the throat chakra. Blue to me is a very emotional color. And blue to me, being the throat chakra, represents a lot of communication, self-expression, and kind of this inner voice, right? And also blue is a very intuitive color too, speaking with your intuition or speaking intuitively, right? And I saw this man being the older version of this young boy, the shadow being of this young boy. And it's interesting because in the guidebook, this is the Osho Zen Tarot I'm using, they describe the boy as almost a Buddhic child. So there's this element of a spiritual child, of peace, of innocence. Those were kind of the words that were kind of going through my mind with this. And what was burning was this illusion of this older gentleman, of this maybe possibly conditioned, socially conditioned persona or personality, things of the ego. Just simply put, things of the ego, things created in this material world. And then I saw this child as like almost this inner child or inner spirit or inner soul, something pure. And it's so interesting because this card is a 7, so it would correspond to the Chariot. And I had really difficulty with that connection, with awareness and Chariot. And the only thing that I could connect with is that the Chariot does have to do with movement, but also a sense of direction, right? A sense of energy that is powered through a goal. But I thought, how can you do that without awareness? A focused awareness. And is the whole Fool's Journey through the Major Arcana different, how do I say this? Different patterns of awareness, right? So would the High Priestess be hidden awareness, hidden consciousness? Would the Wheel of Fortune be awareness that is all over the place, right? So in the end, I saw this as possibly a focused awareness in connection with the chariot. So you guys let me know on how you guys would connect awareness with the chariot, because I feel like really interesting, because I know this deck is loosely based on other RWS, but yeah, it's I that was really interesting. Yeah, so uh so this card in the guidebook, it talks about how this is, they call it the veil of illusion, right? So ego causes all these illusions. So I thought that was, resonating for me with the guidebook. And that innocence I felt from the child definitely resonates with how the guidebook talks about it being the child being like Buddhic, right? And yeah, so on to gratitude. This card makes me grateful for the moments and for the states of being I am when I am completely aware of myself, when I'm not acting instinctively. And a lot of times, I know all of you can relate to this. There are times when our ego gets the best of us and we are completely, really unaware of ourselves in those times and through those actions. And a lot of times we hurt other people, right? We hurt other people's egos. We can never hurt each other's spirits, but we can hurt each other's egos. And for me, I'm really grateful for the times that I am aware of myself, that I am aware of my awareness. Put another way, I am the observer of my thoughts, my emotions, uh, just the energy of myself and of other people in the world and beyond the world. Just grateful for just being aware, just being conscious. Because I don't want to dumb down animals or plants or minerals, because I do believe that they, from an animistic perspective, they have also their own sense of awareness, right? And as humans, of course, by default, most of us do have a higher level of consciousness or awareness than the plant animal kingdom or mineral kingdom. So for me, I'm grateful for that. But I think what I'm trying to get out is that uh, I'm just really grateful that I can be aware of myself and self cognizant, even though it may not be always, but especially grateful for those times where either I have been meditating and I'm really just tuned into myself, tuned into my body, tuned into my soul. Uh, and those times are just so clearing for me. Those times are so valuable for me because I feel like I've stripped, a lot of these illusions away, more and more of these curtains. And it's not just one curtain we have over our spirit or soul. If you want to take a look at it in that way, we have many, many layers, many, many conditionings. And the shadow here, it really reminds me of, it was either Plato's or Socrates' story about the cave and the prisoners chained to the wall, and there's a fireplace behind them. And then there would be like animals and people who would walk behind them, and the light of the fire would cast shadows in front of the prisoners, and that would be their reality, right? That's all they were aware of. So for me, this also makes me just grateful for all the times I have realized what is in front of me is an illusion, is not a reality. And the things that are the reality, which is love, which is that we are all one. We are all from the same source. And that also that time does not exist. Space does not exist. And that brings me to the first page of A Course in Miracles, where it says, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal can exist. Herein lies the peace of God. You guys can substitute God for source, for the divine, but it's, I don't know, that quote just expands my awareness, expands myself from this, I almost said prison, but you know, from this world, right? From this world, and I'm looking deeper into it. And you know, when I was, I mean, I wouldn't say as a child my awareness was not expanded, but it was definitely more focused on, you know, material world. Even though there was an inner knowing, I wasn't aware of it. And I think that itself is really interesting when you have an inner knowing or an intuitive hunch, but you aren't quite fully aware of what it is. So awareness in itself is so fluid. It can go in any direction you want it to. And it's capable of going beyond time and space. And, you know, just the fact of realizing that and re-realizing that, I'm just really just grateful for it. And I'm realizing that, you know, this deck, Osho Zen Tarot, using this in the gratitude challenge, it's making me grateful for a lot of the spiritual experiences that I've had. So I'm just gonna say I'm really grateful for that too. Really grateful for this deck. And yeah. So I don't know if I really kept on topic with this day. I mean, knowing myself, I kind of do tend to go kind of off topic. Things kind of just cobweb all over the place. But I hoped I made some things clear for you guys. But yeah, so thank you so much, Sean, and thank you everyone else who's watching and listening. And hopefully I'll be back soon with day 5, which I will draw my card for day 5. Wow. Okay, well, card fell out, and we have another major arcana. This is crazy. So I got the past life card. This challenge is it's just making me go so deep. So definitely, guys, I have a lot of stuff to talk about with past lives. Yep. So I will talk about this, guys, in the next video. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you guys do well. And I send you guys much love and light. And I'll see you guys back for the next video. All right? Take care, guys.